All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day, actually an incredible New Year's, as you guys were off on yesterday. Peter, you're holding your ear. Are you getting a signal from Elon Musk or somebody else? What's happening?
No, when you started talking, it sounded like you were underwater. It was throwing me off. I was trying to see if it continued. It seems to have settled
Yeah.
out. All right. Yes. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. We are living in the future, guys.
Yes.
I don't understand. Oh, now I'm getting some weird feedback. Okay.
You're getting what?
I think we're good. That's all right.
Okay.
Technical issues to start the year, of course. Why not? Yeah, I had a pretty quiet evening, 2025. But I told you guys, if you're in the room on Tuesday, I started day drinking just to make sure that I didn't have to drive anywhere. So that worked out well. Didn't drive anywhere. Didn't go do anything really. Just hung out. Got the call at midnight from my son, who is still awake in Scotland at 5 a.m. So of course. And anyways, it was a good night. So, but I enjoyed it. If you're trading today, of course, we've got to remember it is not a Monday. It is Thursday today, which means we've got a continuation of the action that we had earlier this week. Feels like last week, but it was just earlier this week on Tuesday. So keep that in mind. If you're in the room attending Engineering the Markets with Jared, then he was reminding us of virtually the same thing. How that we've got to get our heads in the game here. And Carlos, unlike we were doing last week, right, and convinced ourselves that it was Monday on Thursday, this week we got to do better. Thursday. All right. Speaking of which, we do have some economic data that we need to take a look at. Not a lot of it. It is still sort of a holiday. I mean, only in that there's probably going to be continued lowered volumes from our institutional money people out there. Which just means you got to be more cautious, and there's going to be some of the small floats that can have a little more preeminence, right? They'll bubble to the top more readily because there's less volume to keep them in check. Anyways, from our economic data, the only really thing of note we have today is the jobless claims. We have both initial and continuing jobless claims, and the good news for the economy. I'm not sure if it's a good news for the markets, but good news for the economy is that both of those are down. So initial jobless claims came in at 211,000 when the expectation was 222 to 225,000. And the continuing jobless claims expectation was 1.89 million, came in at 1.84 million. So that means there was more work available for people. That's usually a good sign for the economy. As I said, though, the markets don't always love that type of data. We'll have to see what happens. So far, the markets are largely shrugging that off and not doing much with it. So the only other thing to look forward to later this morning will be the construction spending number. Not a big market mover on the best of days. So, and today is not going to be one of those. So not a lot happening here on the economic calendar, but we've told you what you need to know. All right, we can take a look at our watch list for this morning. It's starting to build. The good news, I guess, is that there's more stuff on the green side than there is on the red. There was a couple of things in the red earlier. They seem to have disappeared on us. So they've obviously pulled themselves back so that they're under our targets in the 2% drop. And we're going to take a look at the stuff that's moving up because we had a couple of movers. Nothing massively impressive, if I could, from my point of view anyways, but some stuff to talk about. So I'll hand it back to Carlos. He could start that conversation.
Yep, absolutely, friends. Hopefully the sound is much better. If it's not, let us know. We'll make some changes here on our end. So let's dive in here, guys. Our gappers list, again, tons of stuff in the green to start the year, and we'll dive into some of those. I said Bitcoin is on here. Yeah, Peter?
I just Chip was
About 56 now.
asked me about the PMI number, and he's absolutely right. Somehow I missed that. The PMI number is coming out, which is the global, the U.S. manufacturing PMI, coming out at 945. So I don't know how I missed that on my list. You know what? New year, I haven't shaken the sleep off apparently. So thank you, Chip. See, that's the
Yeah.
beautiful part of having everybody here in the room. You can keep me on top of things. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you gave them a heads up, right? You started day drinking, so I mean, something's gotta,
No,
unplug and
no.
fall apart. I mean, come on
I
now.
haven't done.
So all good, all good. Um, all right, as we continue to dive in here, so our gappers list again, tons of stuff on there. Let's continue with the first one. Let's take a look at HU, not Hulu, but Holo, HOLO. So Holo on here, Microcloud. Oh yeah, we saw this a couple of days back, making some noise. Did pop up pretty good here. It is a low flow stock, and I believe the last two trading days we've seen some action. The first day, was the 30th, better than the one after that. But yeah, making some noise today. It is still gapping up 30%, 10 million shares traded. A lot of you guys took advantage of this one when it was in play the last 2 days. Again, not my style of trading, so I'm going to keep it off my list. But if you guys like it, seems to be in play today. It has been as high as 930 here, hanging out back at 630 as it had a pretty bad sell-off the last trading day. So, Peter, not sure if there's any continued news on this, but obviously there is some volume this morning.
Well, if you remember the news from just from last year, I can use my dad jokes to say that. That yes, they developed a semiconductor quantum dot hole spin qubit technology. It still sounds impressive to say it. No idea what that means, to be honest. But okay, if it's going to move the stock, I'm all for it. Let's spin those qubits. I don't know what to expect with this, quite frankly, today. It's up 29%. We've got like big volume on it. I mean, it's in play. Should we expect fun things? I'm not sure. I mean, on Friday, see, now I'm doing it. It's not Friday. On Tuesday, this thing pretty much, once the market opened, it looked like it was going to go up and quickly reversed and then dropped heavily and halted like 3 times on the way down. So it was, it wasn't that great of a trader. Hopefully today will be better.
Yep. Taking a look here. Again, I won't have this one on my list. Look at the next one. It'll be Unity Software. These guys are up 14% this morning. 2.2 million shares traded. So obviously a pretty nice pop. They were hanging out around, looks like 23 last trading day. But Peter, nice pop this morning with some volume. What's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, Unity Software has been on our list occasionally over the last couple of years. They are benefiting from one of our friends who normally doesn't talk about them, but Roaring Kitty. We all know Roaring Kitty by now, I hope, right? His claim to fame is GameStop. And apparently he's decided to branch out, and he's made a little post that talked about Unity Software. This is a little bigger of an animal for him to take on, I would suggest. Is he talking about Unity? He's doing his usual vague stuff, right? So Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill is the guy's name behind it, just for anybody that's not in the know. But hopefully by now everybody knows Roaring Kitty, especially if you're day trading. But anyways, he posted this clip that had Rick James, who recorded a song called Unity. Now, is he talking about Unity Software? Is he just wishing for unity in the world to welcome in 2025? Like, I love it how people are like reading into this stuff and then moving stocks as a result of it. It is this crazy, mass media effect. And you know what? Let's let it happen. It's fun anyways. So Unity Software, Carlos, it is like, I don't know, flip a coin, man. This thing will either do absolutely nothing at the open, or it's going to go crazy as more and more people decide to jump on this thing. I really have no idea. It's tough to tell with this type of post.
Yeah, it can really go both ways here. I'm gonna add it to the list. We'll see where it goes, and yeah, it's got some volume, but yeah, who knows? Next on here, LE ALES actually, which we saw last week quite a bit. It's been on on our gappers list, has some volume. Today they're up 16%, 9.8 million shares traded. So we do see some activity there. I have not really paid much attention to it or traded it. It is a higher flow at 76 million, Peter. So not a low flow stock, but obviously today in play today. Maybe I'll put it on a secondary going into the market open.
Yeah, this is part of the quantum sector, which we, of course, have been talking about heavily because they've been heavily in play. Everything from our qubit, QBUT, QBTS, QUBT, Rigetti Spaghetti, one of our favorites that we'll need to talk about in a minute. Yeah, LAES. Look, they're all moving on random days. I don't like the price action pre-market on LAES, although I can't complain about the volume here at almost 10 million shares traded. So, again, what it's going to do, I'm really going to wait and see if the open brings some consistent movement that I can read trend wise. If I can't read it, then I just move on. But I have not traded this yet. Although we were watching it early this week. I keep wanting to say last week. I told myself do better. All right, earlier this week, right? Last year, I was watching this. So you know what? I'll probably put it on a list just to keep an eye on it. But it's unlikely I'll be trading it today or tomorrow, for that matter. You want to keep an eye on it a little bit longer, see if it's got some legs, and I want the bigger money to get into it because that creates patterns I like to trade.
Yeah. All right, let's keep on going down here. Spaghetti, whatever is on here, man. RGTI, which we love to make fun of. Ready Spaghetti, whatever you want to call this, on here this morning. These guys are up 7.1, 5.4 million shares traded. This was, again, it's very active, but man, it gave a hard time to a lot of traders, especially not last week, but the last few trading days. So be careful with this one. It is getting a little bit harder to trade. Still, it's got great volume, but not sure what's up with it. So I'm not a fan of this style of trading. I like boring trading. I like stuff that doesn't, pick up my blood pressure. Nice, calm, and cool. This is one of those stocks you just got to be on the edge of your seat. I'll leave that to Jerry and Andrew, who seem to like this stuff. But for me, it's not going to be on my list, guys. But it is in play today. 7.4, 5.5 million shares traded on this one. It's been a fun one to watch, at least.
Yeah, I keep waiting for us to get an angry email from the founder because this company, of course, is named after Mr. Rigetti, who founded the company. Waiting for him to say, "Look, would you guys stop it? Like, just stop it with our name already." But anyways, we haven't got that email. Peter at bearbulletraders.com. I would love to get that email, please. All right. Anyways, but there was some talk by Kramer. Kramer highlighted this as one of his top 8 stocks to watch. He said he's not a believer yet, though. He says that, like the sector is moving. He understands not been Rigetti as one that long-term active, and that it's going to really sort of be able to keep these gains. He sees it as really a parabolic type play, and he's probably not wrong. But keep in mind, Kramer's looking at things from a longer term, I'll call it an investing perspective. And we're not, right? I mean, here, our focus here is primarily trading, and it's intraday trading, which means I only need it to move on any given day for it to be very exciting. So, and that's all I care about. And RGTI has been doing that. It's been moving. It's been giving good volume. It's been giving decent moves. They're starting to settle out to the type of move I like. So RGTI is getting more interesting to me, I have to admit, as the days go by and it continues to stay on our list.
Yes, sir. Again, I agree with you there. I'm going to have it on my list because I like watching it, and I know people are going to be talking about it, and there's probably going to be some traders trading it. But again, it's just doesn't fit my criteria here as much. All right, heading down, QBTS and where's QUBS here? So down here, it's not on here, but QBTS is on deck this morning, and we know these things been heavily in play with tons of volume moving quite a bit here. Today, they're up 5%, 1.2 million shares traded. This is a quantum trade that's been very active. They can trade very well. And the other one is QU. Is it BT? Yeah, QUBT. They both can trade very well.
QBTS, QUBT, yeah.
Yeah. So, I like QUBT a little bit better on the daily for a possible breakdown if it loses this level, big level support around 16 to 61. So that looks very interesting. I'll add it to the list here, and if we'll see if that does anything. I'll do the same thing with QBTS. I'll add that to the secondary list as well, and I'll just come back and look at it a little bit later. I mean, they're in play. They can trade very well. We know this, but I'll give it a little bit of time for them to develop and see what we have going on as far as the pre-market action and taking them into the market open. Peter, will you be watching any of these today?
Yeah, like I said, I keep an eye on RGTI, and then I don't know why, but I like QUBT better than QBTS, even though QBTS often gets a little more volume. But they're both in the ballpark there, so we'll see what happens with these guys. True to form, yeah, QBTS is getting more volume than the Qubit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think Carlos, we when you get these hot sectors, we'll keep an eye on them for as long as they're hot, right? So if they keep getting the
Yeah.
volume, we just want to see. What I want to see is price action that sort of smooths out, where you get some bigger investors that tends to help with the patterns that I like to trade against. I like to follow. So
Yep. Yep, absolutely. We'll keep watching them until they run out of flame here. So right now, still hot, still great volume, and they're moving quite a bit, up 4% and 1.3 with QUBT. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin plays Mara, MSTR, Riot, CleanSpark. I mean, you know all the usual suspects. They seem to be, for the most part, on here today. I don't see Kodak on the gappers list, but majority of them are on here. So MSTR, let's start there. This seems to be a favorite one that has become really fun to watch and trade. Just got to be careful with the number of shares you take on this bad boy. I will be watching this one. Almost a million shares traded as we're up 4.2 this morning. Peter, this seems to be pretty active right now alongside Mara. If I look at Mara quickly here, I see Mara also has 1.3 million shares traded, up 4.2. And this is coming after a couple of days on Mara. Actually, looks like the last 2 3 weeks has been just downhill here, right? Hit 31 or 30, yeah, 30.20, and since then has been on a really nice downtrend. So, what's happening here, Peter, with Bitcoin and everything else? And are these two looking good for this morning?
well, Bitcoin has made a move higher over the New Year break. It's sitting up at where are we sitting here? $96,480 for a Bitcoin right now, which is what that Bitcoin price, of course, is what moves these stocks. I will say over the like January, it looked like at the close of the year it was going to make a big move higher, as it had moved from about 92,000 up to about 95, but then it dropped back again yesterday during the day, and now it's surging back up a little bit higher. So over the last week or so, I don't think it's ever gotten higher than about where it is right now, the 96, maybe just under 97,000. We're all looking forward to make another run through 100, right? And then all these stocks can really start to get fun again and move. So MSTR, Mara, CleanSpark, et cetera, right? All of the coin. I'm not as excited about them as I am in the quantum space, to be honest. So, but they do get volume. They tend to move fairly consistently. So feel free to do with them what you will. But for me, I'll wait. I'm going to wait for the room or my scanners to tell me that they're in play before I worry about paying too close of attention to them.
Yeah, I am gonna add MSTR on here. I do have the space for it. We're going through this gappers list halfway through it, and again, just not a whole lot that's looking all that exciting right now. That would change, and I'm sure we'll look at our usual suspects. We will be looking probably at Tesla, Nvidia, and Apple this morning. So I'll add MSTR here. Mara as a secondary, they got great volume, but I'm with you. We need good movement. Like they're pushing volume around, but we need some really good movement. Hopefully at the market open. All right. Let's stop here in the gap up. I mean, there's a lot on here. I see Uber's. Maybe we should look at Uber. Let's take a look at Uber and see what's happening there. These guys are up 2.4, 433,000 shares traded. And they've just been stuck in this range. If you look at it here in the daily, seems like to be 60, we'll call it 62. And then towards the bottom of that seems to be 60. So this $2 range, we've just been playing some ping pong action back and forth here. We're at the top of that range with a little bit of volume today, causing them to be on our gappers list. Peter, anything interesting going on with Uber or just overall movement this morning on their range?
I don't know. I mean, indirectly, I saw some news about Uber. There was a couple of articles highlighting the fact that they are a heavy partner and investor in a company called Serve Robotics. But we talked about that a number of months ago. They're the ones that are making those little robot delivery vehicles, trucks. I don't know what to call them, but they're little robots that have that have your food in their belly and hopefully don't get kicked over on the sidewalk as they're on their way to your house. So, they're making a bet that heavily that they're going to be able to make this work. They're not the only big investor. Nvidia is also an investor, but again, that's not much of a news because Nvidia is an investor in a ton of things. They figured out they're pouring a lot of their money back into the whole segment and hoping to build and lift the whole ecosystem. So again, is that news for Uber that should move it? I don't really think so, and I haven't seen anything else of interest. So, Carlos, I don't know if I'm not a believer, I guess, that Uber is going to move huge today. I think that I just don't think it's going to do much.
Yeah, this stock, I would love for it to trade better, but man, it really does struggle at times. You need really big news like we had in the past to kind of get it going. Can we get a breakout here? Yes, but we need something to get it sparked up. Speaking of getting sparked up, man, how about Tesla? Let's talk about Tesla and their events. Well, not events, but their situation. Their car intentionally was blown up, I guess, in front of one of the Trump hotels. So obviously, not a Tesla issue was confirmed, but obviously that's creating some problem. And let's not forget about the issue now with the events in New Orleans and happening in the New Year, man. That was tragic. So I've seen some videos and stories about that. So that really sucks. So if you know any family friends, hopefully you guys are okay. But man, that's a crappy way to start the year, unfortunately. So hopefully you guys are not affected by it. Tesla here, guys, up 1.4, 2.5 million shares traded right now. It is going to be in play. I'm going to watch it. This incident is not going to really affect it much, but it's Tesla. Why we would not watch it, right? We're definitely going to have it in play for sure. Peter, this covers our gap up, really. Let's jump to you to see what else you like on your end that you'll be watching this morning.
Well, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of stuff that's gapping up. All the semiconductor sector is gapping up. I like that. Friday, we had a pretty, oh, see, I did it again. Tuesday, we had a down day on NVIDIA. AMD. God, what is wrong with my brain? Nvidia was down, but it was AMD that made the tradable move. At least for me, it was a little more interesting. So I'm going to be watching both of those, Nvidia and AMD, here this morning. The Magnificent Seven stocks are all pretty much up, right? Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, except for Apple. Apple has fallen off here in the last couple of minutes. And I know we're supposed to be talking about gap up stocks, but it was a gap up until a second ago. And we'll talk about that on the gap down because it hasn't made our list yet. But it will. Apparently, they just released numbers on some of their iPhone sales, and it's not looking good. They have not sold as many iPhones as expected, but I guess I'm not terribly surprised by that. Apple really needs constant PR with new versions coming out there to spur their sales, and if they don't get that, then sales tend to, like you're only going to replace your phone either if you want to stay on top of the brand new technology or it's actually busted. So they definitely either need new products or just some fancy new release. Because Carlos, I know you were talking about getting a new phone. Did you ever do that? Did you ever go
I
get
did
the new
not,
model
man.
for
My
you and
my
your wife?
phone, it's working fine. My wife's phone is
Yeah.
like
See?
brand new. She doesn't drop the thing. She has a nice red one with the thing. Is we have 13s. They make phone calls. I can FaceTime. I don't know what else I need.
Yep.
They block the AI on my phone, right? So if you want to get the Apple Intelligence, you got to get the newer phone. I don't care. That's not gonna make me buy a new phone for $1 something dollars. You could keep your AI, Apple. I don't care. Go yourself. It's just so it's not working. It's not working. There's only so much you can get from a phone. I mean, what do you want? What do you want from it, Peter? You got a new one because you want a better camera, which I completely understand. For a
Well,
special
and
event. But other than that, I mean,
right, exactly. And I did that for my son's wedding like 2 years ago now. And It's like you said, it's working fine. So what else do I need to do? So anyways, so yeah, unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people in the marketplace are thinking like we are, Carlos, which means that Apple sales are a little bit down, and that's dragging Apple lower. Sort of bucking the trend against all of its peers who are moving up in the early trading so far this morning. So does that make it worth watching? I don't know. Apple's a skittish beast, so just be careful with it, whatever you choose to do. But I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not promising to trade it at this point.
Yeah, and that's not only Apple. Marcin is saying on YouTube he has a 3-year-old Samsung, doesn't see any reason to buy a new phone. I mean, I think the big upgrades between technology have already happened. To buy a phone for because now can do AI on it and we'll get 5G plus. It's just not gonna cut it, guys. You need to come up with something better. All right, let's see. I'm gonna add Apple here, guys. I do like the weakness I'm seeing here, Peter, as well. So we'll add that one to my list. And then it's always fun to watch Apple, especially when they could possibly be in play. All right, on the gap down, there's nothing here, Peter. Completely blank this morning, so everything is more on the green side. Look at our gappers list here. There's nothing on the gap down this morning that's hitting our criteria. But do you have anything that's gapping down? Well, we have Apple, right? Anything else that's gapping down that you like this morning?
Well, the list is very light on that side. What I have noticed is that the Chinese sector seems to be gapping down this morning. So Baba, Baidu, Billy, PDD, pick any of those that you like. They all seem to be gapping down so far this morning. I haven't seen any big news out of China. There has been disappointment for months now over the lack of information out of China, and that the fact that their economy just still seems to be stagnating. The Alibaba did have some news that they are selling. They bought something called a hypermarket, Sun Art Hypermarkets. They're selling their stake in that at a discount. It seems like it's almost like a fire sale, and I'm not quite sure why they're getting out of that, but maybe it's just that news that they see some trends in the industry that are concerning and deciding to get out while the getting's good. So, but that's speculation, of course. So, but anyways, the sector is down if that's a sector that you want to watch. It's funny how these sectors come and go, right? There was a time when the Chinese sector was what we were watching because that's what was moving. There was a time when the EV sector was what we were watching. So right now it's quantum computing. Don't fret. That will be looking at that in the rearview mirror at some point. I can virtually promise you. So it certainly has been true every case up to now. So, but other than that, Carlos, I don't have anything gapping down that I wanted to bring your attention to.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet on the gap down list here. Friends, on our list right now, we'll get to what you guys like this morning. So start throwing out those tickers in chat and also in our members chat room. You got Unity Software, we have MSTR, we have Tesla, and then we have Apple as well, which continues to make new lows here as it's driving itself lower. So we'll see what's happening there on Apple to start the year. All right, let's get over to our chat. AVGO, we'll start there. AVGO. This one, we had the nice gap up at this was mid-December. Beautiful gap up, traded very, very well, tons of value. We've been talking about the way this thing moved here, and I think Peter, I think you were on my side too. We thought this thing was not going to trade well. Andrew was saying, no, this is the one, this is the one, and it did trade very well. I
Yep.
didn't think they had it in them because they're a horrible, horrible trading ticker. They did lose some momentum, right? They did lose some momentum here, but they're on our list again, up 3%, 2.5 million shares traded. So, Peter, your thoughts on AVGO this morning?
Yeah, not my favorite stock. I have some PTSD, I have to admit, because I traded this one. There was one day a couple of years ago where they were, I don't know what happened. Something happened, and they just started gapping and moving down and moving down. And I was convinced that I was going to be able to catch that falling knife, and I did not. It just kept going down, and I think I made like 8 trades trying to catch the bottom, and everyone was a loser because I was going long every time, and that was dumb. And it's easy to see it now, of course. At the time, I just was convinced that I was going to catch the bottom and make it all back because the thing would pop up. It surely couldn't drop any more, could it? That's, as soon as you start thinking that, that's immediately when you should check yourself, right? If you ever say it can't possibly go any higher, or this is absolutely the bottom, it has to reverse. So when you start using that type of terminology, right? Can't and has to, you know that you're in trouble because stocks, will not listen to you. They can, and they don't have to. So there you go. There's my fatherly advice for you today. All right, but AVGO, yeah, not a
Well,
fan.
yeah, AVGO, again on here, had a couple of really good days. I think those days are behind it. Even after moving up here, the volume has been much lower since the 23rd to 24th. I expect that to continue. So I'll leave it alone for now. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla is being mentioned. We do have that one on deck, actually. So it is up 1.7, 2.7 million shares traded. There's not really much to add on here. Peter, if I run out quickly, I'm waiting for my garbage truck to come out. The actual garbage truck at my house. I'm looking at the camera because I want to give these cars a card Happy New Year's gift. So I want to make sure they get their little end of year bonus. So I'm waiting for them to pass by. They pass
Wow.
by very early sometimes. So I'm gonna run outside, give them their Happy New Year card, and take care of my guys over there. All
Wow.
right, so Tesla.
Okay.
Oh, look at Tesla. Are the numbers out? I think numbers are coming out today. Someone mentioned. Oh, okay.
What's happening with
This is
Tesla?
we're down. We're about to lose our gains for this morning in the red. Here it goes. Who's
Wow.
in this?
They did announce that
Who's
they're going
playing
to
this
deploy
stock here?
superchargers in China this year. Uh, let's see. Q4 deliveries. I don't see the actual numbers. If they're out, I don't have them yet. So we are expecting delivery numbers though here for Q4. So, but somebody feels they know something because you're right. This thing is
Yeah,
gapping
this
down very
is
suddenly. All right. Well,
wow. We went from up like 1.7, almost 2% to almost down 1.5. Yes, we're continuing to push lower. Tesla heavily in play with 3.3 million shares traded. Wow, let the sea of red come in. That's exactly my face right now, Brent. I mean, I'm just like, what is going on? Um, all right. Continues to drop. All right, Tesla on deck, friends. We'll be making our gap down list in a second. There it is. Tesla making the gap down list on the scanners this morning. First one on here after whatever is costing us. We'll have more on that in a bit. All right, let's take a look. What else you guys like over on our members chat? I am checking for tickers. All right, nothing else. Okay, good. Let's go over to our YouTube. Our friends up here did have a ticker I wanted to look at. Jose, where's Jose? He put a ticker on here very early on. CRKN. CRKN is what he's looking at. Ah, Jose. No, 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 no. Is this the one? This is one of the ones you're looking at, but no, this is penny stock. Man, we don't really focus on this one, so I'll leave that one alone. You had another one, MBLY. Yeah, I rode the truck on that bad boy. So be careful. MBLY. This one also Mobile Eye. This was in our gappers list sometime last week or the week before. Not typically a stock that we trade, man. The volume is very, very light. But it all comes down to your strategy, right? I don't know what your strategy is. I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe this looks sweet to you. This looks garbage to me. But again, the way I trade, right? But you could have a whole different
right.
outlook on this morning. So I don't like it for me personally. All right, let's take a look here. I see your risk manager came in to check on you, Peter. Make sure you're okay.
He did. He just came in to touch base. So he's out of camera range down here. There he is.
Yeah,
Where is he?
there it is. I see him.
There.
There he goes.
Well,
Making sure
everybody.
you're not over trading.
Anyways. All right. Yeah. So sorry, I got distracted by puppies. What are we talking about?
No, we're talking just about that, nothing else.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Then. All
Let's
right.
see. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
People said those
Um,
eyebrows. He's got great eyebrows. This guy. He's oh, come here, Chunks. Here, buddy. When he gets like inquisitive, he looks like Mr. Magoo, right? And he's like, "Hello," and then his eyebrows go up and down. So, anyways, yeah, it's
Awesome.
excellent.
Um, all right, so let's see on YouTube. What else we have, friends? Tesla, we did look at. Yeah, Tesla continues to sell. It is down. Wow, friends, this is down. This is highway to hell right now.
Wow,
Down
wow,
almost
Tesla.
5%. Wow.
What is
Wow, wow, wow.
happening?
This is not good. Did they blame Something on it. Oh, so here's the delivery
I
number.
don't
So
know.
here we are. How bad are they? 495 to estimate of 512. Is that confirmed, Jaden? Looks like it might be. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, Gabby, the Cybertruck explosion, though, it's a separation. It's not going to cause this drop because it was confirmed really quickly that it was not the actual Cybertruck that blew up. It was the gentleman in it trying to do some funny stuff by he had a bunch of stuff in there. According to news reports, it was intentionally blown up, but not the actual battery itself. The battery itself, that would have not been good, right? But Tesla quickly confirmed that's not the case. Um, but yeah, these are the numbers. Yeah, Harry, you're right, Peter. They're not so bad. 495 versus 512. It's not drastic, right? But I guess
Yeah,
the
but
market doesn't love it.
yeah, if they don't hit or exceed their number, you know how the market always reacts to those things, right? This
Yeah.
is like, yeah. So, but what will be interesting? It will be very interesting to see how the deeper pockets, the big money reacts at 9:30. Of course, when the market's open, this is easily recoverable, right? So we could pop back up. I mean, it's $20, but it's $20 that Tesla can get back quickly. Now, I don't know whether it will or it might continue to sink. It depends if people think this is an indication of things to come, or if it's just a sort of a short-term aberration in terms of their deliveries. But either way, I just want everybody to be cautious, right? Take advantage of the move once it declares itself. Don't try and anticipate, because that's where you can really get hurt guessing on the wrong side. You might be right, and you could be lucky once or twice, but do that consistently, it can almost guarantee that's how you get yourself hurt, and your account suffers.
Yeah, yeah, it sure does. Getting a bit of a bounce here after hitting a low of 383.25 on Tesla. So we're definitely seeing a bit of a bounce as kind of the news is being kind of digested through the media here. So, all right, that's it for Tesla. We have it on deck for sure. Very quiet list as far as Tesla right now, making us very excited. We have just Unity, software, MSTR, Tesla, and Apple. Aside for Apple dropping more as well, so another new low for Apple there as we continue. And then on our secondary list, we have Mara, QBTS, QBTS, and QUBT, excuse me, and Red Rigatoni, Spaghetti, whatever you want to call it, RGTI here as well. All right, we'll call it, Peter. I think this is it. Let's go over to our community events and announcements. I know this week we still had a somewhat of a part-time a half week, but we kick off things next week for sure, back in action. So let's see what's coming up for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it still continues to be a quiet week this week. Let's just keep that in mind. It is Thursday today, which means that our normal mentorships, we're still giving the team a break. We are not planning the mentorships. We've given the team the opportunity to take the day off and continue to rest and recharge. We'll be back at it with the start of the first full week of January here in 2025. So our normal mentorship sessions for today are canceled. That way we can give everybody, again, just a further break. So next week we'll be back with a regular schedule. We'll let you know about that tomorrow, and of course reinforce it on Monday. 2025 though is a great time. I mean, new year, new trading. If you want to join the Burble Trading community, we are here as we've been for many years and plan to be for many years to come. We've got a number of membership options for you, including the Platinum, which includes our boot camp, which is bundled in there, which starts, by the way, on Monday, January 6th. That boot camp starts in earnest. We've already given some pre-work to our boot campers who are in this cohort. That being said, I haven't heard, actually. I think we might have one or two spots. We can always sort of fit people into that type of program. So if you wanted to join, it's not too late. You can join for the boot camp and get yourself started right away. Like it's ready to go. But I tell you, don't jump in on a whim. Make sure that you're ready to commit to the level of work that's needed to be successful, because it's an intensive course. And if you want to get full value out of it, you really need to be able to have the time and the energy to put against it. That being said, if you wanted to join the boot camp, but not right now, you can join and take advantage of this price and start the boot camp in May or September, because we only do it 3 times a year. Those are your 3 opportunities: January, May, and September. So if you wanted to join, consider it now. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see you in the chat room where we trade live with you as long as, well, for every hour that the markets are open. And that includes today and tomorrow. All right, we need to set some levels, Carlos. Unless Carlos has run away to gift his, his sanitation engineers.
Yeah. No, that
No,
they're
I
not.
think
They
he's
haven't
still
passed by, so I'm still here.
haven't
Yeah,
showed up
I'm
yet.
here, good to go,
Okay.
man. No, no,
All
not
right.
yet. We're waiting for them. All right, friends. What do we have going on? So again, right now, very light list. Tesla creating a lot of action for us this morning as it's recovering. We're talking here in chat. So yeah, so the explosion again, just to be clear, was not the Tesla exploding, or maybe exploded after, but it was he had fireworks and other explosive stuff in there, and obviously, clearly intentional. He parked right in front of the entrance of a Trump hotel. Obviously, that's not a coincidence, right? It just doesn't make sense for it to be a coincidence that way. My thing though is the driver did pass away. I mean, the choice of car to use for this is very questionable, right? You choose a car that's bulletproof to put explosions inside. What do you think is going to happen? So the deputy, the chief deputy, said like, the fire didn't go to the sides, which would have been very bad. It all went straight up, and obviously he got consumed in it. So man, I gotta tell you, very, very smart choice of car that saved a lot of people. But man, that for on his part, what he was trying to accomplish was very dumb with this vehicle. So, Peter just shows you people don't think things through, and glad that person did not think that through.
That is
But as
true.
far as tickers, it's like Peter's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go take a tank and put a bomb in it. What? Like, no, it just doesn't work that way. Okay. Right. Let's jump into our tickers here. Unity software. Let's start there. Let's set some levels. High of the pre-market this morning, 26.48. So we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we are looking at low of the pre-market on this one, 23.70. So a little bit of action. I do like the pre-market on this stock. Normally it's not one of our favorites, but we don't have a whole lot to watch there. I know our gappers list looks a little bit long, the gap up. But again, not a lot looks great, and a lot of this stuff is really driven by Bitcoin, which we have plenty of Bitcoin tickers this morning. I got two of them on my list so far. All right, looking at the daily, we do have a nice level at 24.67. We'll plant one there. And then above the pre-market high, great area, 27.45. And then right up here on 28.66 covers all the levels we should have for this ticker. So that's looking pretty nice. MSTR this morning is surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. And as we're looking at here, high of the pre-market, 307.98. And the low of the pre-market on this one, 294.15 at the moment. So there it is. And then if you look at the bigger picture on the daily, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. There's really nothing else for us to add on here. So we're looking pretty good. Tesla this morning, again, big drop, friends. If we were hanging out at 410 on this thing, up about, what was it, 1.7 if I recall at that time. We are now in the red, down 3.5, as high as almost, I think we hit like 5.2 or something on this thing at 383.23. So again, big drop. And as things are settling down, the weakness is continuing. So let's see if we continue down to that low of the pre-market there as we continue to drop on Tesla. Looking at the bigger picture on the daily to the left, we do have a level 391. You want to mark that there. A couple of days slamming into that. So let's mark that. And then 378 towards the bottom. And just in case it continues, 371. Just in case we continue with some of the weakness here. So we have Tesla and Apple down. This might bring other tickers down this morning. We'll see. These two giants here can drive sentiment down a little bit if they both start selling the way they are right now. Especially Tesla, 6.4 million shares traded, heading towards that low of the day. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple, as we mentioned, in the red this morning, almost 0.5%. iPhone sales not doing so well. They got to invent something new here, and it's not going to be. What is their 3D goggle headphones? What is the 3D thing? Visionware, Vision something. Visionware, I think it is. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. You need to come up with something more than that. 247.27, good level off the daily. And below that, 245.65, another great level on the daily as well, as we're just trying to maintain above this pre-market high, pre-market low right now. Towards the top, you do have highs and lows for the last two trading days. I am going to mark down the pre-market high all the way up here, which is at 251.66. So we'll mark that there. And after we do that, we are all set to go, friends. That's my list, Peter. Unity Software, MSTR, Tesla, and Apple. And I think I am set for the market open.
All right, well, let's take a look at what the
Vision
rest of our
Pro.
moderators
Thank you.
have on their list. Oh, sorry.
No, I was trying to figure out what I was calling it Vision Wear, but somebody correct me. It's Vision Pro, the Apple
Vision Pro.
goggles
Apple likes
thing.
the pro
Vision Pro.
terminology, whether it's warranted or not. They
Yeah.
love calling everything a pro. Anyways, all right. So
Yeah.
Eamon is doesn't have anything specific on his list, which is probably not a surprise. He's got a very specific trading style, and he's looking for things that have consistent movement. And with the holiday, it probably throws off his approach. But he'll be watching the scanners, and he'll let you know if something jumps up. Jared's going to be watching AMD, RGTI, QUBT, and MSTR. So he's got a number of the hot sectors going in there. He's also going to keep an eye on Unity Software and Hollow. Thor is going to be watching Tesla, the Spies and the Qs overall, Amazon, which is interesting. We didn't talk about that one today, and NVIDIA. Megan's just going to be keeping it tight, watching Tesla and RGTI. Pierre's going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, Mara, AMD, and Apple. I'm going to watch my usual three in AMD, NVIDIA, and Tesla. And today I'm going to keep an eye on RGTI and Apple. I see Sean's in with his list now. He's got Tesla and NVIDIA on his list, so the usual suspects there. And Carlos, well, your list is always at the bottom. You're watching a lot of the stuff that everybody's got out there with Unity Software, MSTR, Tesla, and Apple. Unity, who knows what it's going to do? It may do nothing. It may be fascinating, but it's also this Roaring Kitty post of an artist who had a song called Unity. And again, is that enough to trade it? I don't know. Seems a little sketchy to me, but welcome to the world. That's how it works. And Carlos, you're going to keep an eye on Mara, Qubit, QBTS, and the spaghetti stock. So there we go, guys. That's what we got. We will be live trading with you, of course, as always, coming up here as the opening bell rings. We'll have our traders ready to go. Looking at our list here, I mean, we know that Brian's going to be here live, and I would like to invite any of our other live traders who might want to join him onto the microphone. Haven't heard nor seen from Andrew, but we know he took a short flight down to San Francisco for some New Year's party action, and no idea whether he's recovered and or back yet. So he was posting on social media about that, at least one or two photos. So Andrew, he's living the life, man. He just picks up and goes wherever the heck he feels like. So that's him. I stayed right here because that's what the heck I felt like doing. So there you go. All right, but one or the other. You know what? You gotta live your own dream, whatever that is. For me, just picking up and flying to another city for New Year's, not the thing I want to do. I was watching Times Square, as you do, right? With was it the Ryan Seacrest doing his Times Square live thing, and I did a live thing sort of like Times Square, but in Sydney, Australia. They do something on the steps of the Opera House, and the fireworks show was magnificent. You had to get there at noon, and we waited we sat for 8 hours in the steaming heat with kids. And anyway, my kids were troopers for putting up with that. We were talking about that just the other day, and I've done it once, and I'm like, I'm never going to do it again. There is no way I would ever go to Times Square and do the New Year's Eve thing, because once you get in, you can't get out. There's no bathrooms. Like it's horrible. It's I don't know why people love doing that, but not my thing.
Yeah, I did it once when I was very, very young, and my parents took us, and I remember that it was so cold this day, Peter. It was freezing. We couldn't stick around. We had to head back home. We took the subway back out of there, and it was our feet. We did not come prepared. Well, it was wild. But yeah, friends, whatever you did, hopefully you had a great time into the new year today, 2025, as we kick it off. First day of trading should be very exciting. Shout out to those P Capital boot campers are starting next week with us. Looking forward to having you guys on deck. That's going to be great. And anyone starting live, if you're trading live this month, is your first day trading live, just be patient. Be patient with the process. Friends, Andrew is on deck. I see him messaging here on
good.
YouTube. He says he's here, so he's ready to go. Andrew and Brian up next, trading live. They're going to take you through the market open. Again, pretty quiet list right now, but we'll find something exciting to trade. We usually do. And I mean, Tesla is giving us, what more excitement do you want? Tesla is giving us everything we want right now. Down 4.1, 7.1 million shares traded. That is going to be top of the list for me this morning. So looking forward to that. All right, excellent. That is all we have. We'll wait for Andrew and Brian to log in. We'll switch over to them. And you guys have a great trading day to kick off the year. There he is. Good morning, Andrew. How are you feeling today? Happy New Year. There it is. We got you now.
All right. Good
Andrew,
morning,
oh,
everybody.
there you go. He's getting
Morning.
everything set up. Good morning, Brian.
We have Brian. I don't think we have Brian yet. Well, we have.
No,
we have,
Brian. I thought I heard
Andrew.
Brian there in the background. Just Andrew. Okay.
Nope, I don't see him. Just Andrew.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
We can.
You're good.
Yes, you can. Awesome. So, I am so proud of myself that I woke up and I did came. So, yeah. So Tesla is getting destroyed. For the first time, the delivery came lower. So I am sorry, John. Sorry, all the people who
John-
love. John, what?
John
You
did what
did
he
your
could.
part.
He bought one. He did his part.
John purchased.
That's right.
He did also encourage me to buy Tesla, but I did not. So I am sorry for everybody who is fan of Elon Musk. So Tesla would be definitely very interesting. We're looking at it. Look at the memes. Good morning also for all the people in YouTube. I think we lost Brian. Brian is the person that apparently partied very hard.
Brian is just having some computer issues, but should be on soon.
Awesome. So Tesla, yeah, I'm gonna put Tesla on my watch for sure. That's really nice. From the other stuff, I think Rigetti is interesting. I know Megan also has it on her. You and Net, Lenny also usually have really good. Cloudflare is the net. U is interesting too. I like U as well. The volume. Rigetti. Probably gonna go with Tesla. Rigetti, which is the company that we have. I like U and Net as well. The way that Lenny put in there. What's crypto doing? Crypto 97,000. Sound is also interesting. Let's take a look at it. Sound Hall AI. Sound is also interesting. Yeah, I might actually put sound as well. It's very interesting. All right, so everybody in the chat room, you should be able to see my screen. Guys on YouTube, guys, thank you so much. Happy New Year all the way, guys. And remember that you guys don't see my real screen for entries and exits, but people in the chat room are actually have access to my live screen, so you can see the entries and exits. Everybody should be able to. So this year is going to be really, really good year, I hope, for everybody. I think the market with the President Trump's coming, the volatility definitely would come. Yes. San Francisco, it was awesome.
Yeah, it looked like you had a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm just getting ready for the open here. I'll fill in while Brian is getting his technical issues sorted out. We got a few things that we mentioned this morning to keep an eye on. We'll see where they move, including this Unity software. I'm still very skeptical about Unity moving, but who knows? We'll see what happens. One we didn't talk about this morning was Boeing. Boeing, surprising to me, look, so resilient, right? After that plane crash, it's back to where it started from. So you cannot keep this stock down. You really can't. Rigetti, keeping an eye on that to see what it does. Again, I'm cautiously optimistic. Oh my god, I can't speak. Optimistic about Rigetti moving.
Did you party too much, Peter? You gotta stop partying, man. You're an old man.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know what's wrong with my mouth today. It's only working part time.
So I went to San Francisco. Let me tell you something. I went to San Francisco, and there was this old building. It's called Mint. Apparently, used to mint coins and stuff in there. And it's like a historical building. Is empty. So it's 3 floor, and it's very funny. It was a party in there. There's like 28 rooms, and in each room there was different things happening. There was like music DJs.
Right.
There's another DJ music. One room was they were doing live baking and music and bar, and then there was another one. There was like a
Baking?
kink room, like people doing kinky stuff, and they were roping each other. There was another room that you go dark makeout room. There was another room, sex rooms. Holy moly! And everybody had costumes. Like it was like a mini Burning Man inside the building. That's really amazing. I really enjoyed that. Very, very nice place. Yeah, the Mint, Ivo. We went there. So some of my friends were then going there. And I said, okay, I never partied in San Francisco for a New Year's experience. Let's do it. It was pretty nice.
Interesting.
Because it's called the Mint, San Francisco. But it's just the location is really nice, actually. Very historical location. It's like you're entering like White House or something, but it's empty. I don't think there's any use for it.
Huh.
Not Didi Party. Was it Didi Party? It was a different thing. It was called. Let me actually tell you what was it called. It was called. Bohemia. I don't know who was organizing it. Neo Bohemia. Yeah, but anyways, it was super, super interesting. So I had really fun. I just went for one night. So I went there the New Year Eve and then came back yesterday. But it was really good, really, really good experience. Tesla. Brian wanted. I wanted to sell 500 calls, but he didn't let me in.
That was my fault. You're right.
Yes, it is your fault.
Brian,
yes,
you're here.
Yes, I'm here having some computer issue this morning. I went to a new computer and I changed computers, and I forgot to install vMix. So it was a choice of switching back to the old computer or going through screwing around installing vMix. I thought this was easier, but maybe not.
Which one did you do that? They installed a new one?
Yeah, I got you made fun of my laptop last time I was when we were in Colombia, so I got a new one.
Yeah, man, what the hell was that? Like in Colombia, like Brian brought a laptop. I swear to God, it's one of those 1996 early laptops that it was introduced as a beta product. Like, what the hell, man?
It's not that old. Come on. So it's not as old as I am.
Anyway.
All right, have a good trading morning, everybody. Remember, it's Thursday. It's a continuation of the week we just had, so we're still here in this week. It's not a Monday, so trade accordingly.
All right, so Brian, I don't know what your list is. I don't know if you had the time to look at the list, but I'm looking at Tesla.
Yeah,
Tesla seems one of the most stock and play now.
the usuals. Yeah, Tesla just took a big drop. I think they came out with their numbers this morning.
Yes, and it was dropping for the first time in a few years.
Right. Yeah. So interesting. Yeah. So I'm
Is
kind
the
of
situation?
just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take it easy here because like I said, you have a morning like this where you're screwing around with your computer or whatever technology. You don't want to do. You don't want to make any rush decisions here. So I'm just.
All right, ding 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 ding.
It's a lot of chop right now. Qs have been selling off a little bit after those Tesla numbers. Sound dropping. I can't share a screen either because for some reason it doesn't work.
Yeah, guys, remember that YouTube is a little bit delayed and you don't see my screen. Let's see what the Tesla is doing. It's below the VWAP. It's popping up a little bit. Might be a little bit too early to do anything on it. Rigetti has some volume.
Yeah.
Where is the good volume anywhere? Anyone has really good volume? What is you
Looks
doing?
like we got a bit of a bounce on
No.
the SPY and the Qs.
Like the overflow on you either. So Tesla is interesting. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm watching Sound, SOUN. Ooh, Nvidia's popping here.
NVDA. Oh yeah, NVDA. It's a really nice 1 minute swing range breakup. We're going to go to R4 137.
Took a bit of a
Yes,
long on
okay.
SOUN.
SOUN.
I'm in at 2020. Wow.
Yeah, Tesla NVIDIA turned out to be nice. Oh,
Yeah,
I know. SOXL is also hitting. What about AVGO, the Broadcom? No.
Okay, I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna sell a little bit of SOUN here after that dip. 2040.
Yeah, I'm looking at NVIDIA, see if NVIDIA can give us another entry. Let's take an entry.
Yeah,
You called
okay,
it very nice, Brian.
It's right at Tuesday's high. So
Yeah,
SOUN
I'm gonna
now
get some
pulling
long
back
on
from
AMD. I'm gonna get some long on AMD. 122.50. Jared has said AMD. Let's see. Let me get some AMD. If NVIDIA gives us a pullback, and we'll go NVIDIA.
Yeah, I'm out of SOUN. That was came back to my break even. So
All right, guys,
NVIDIA's
popping up.
It's right at the high of the pre-market. I don't like chasing it here. AMD.
Yeah, NVIDIA, yeah. But there is a level 138 up there. Let's see if you can get there.
I'm watching AMD, but I want to see it break.
NVIDIA. I'm long NVIDIA, 137.50. Let's see if NVIDIA can do another pop. Potentially. So I'm long NVIDIA. Let's see if AMD can pop too. Oh, there you go. That was a nice pop on AMD.
Yeah, I don't like AMD.
No. Yeah, I know. It trades horribly. Tesla is still going down, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at Tesla possible short. 380 puts. Get along the 380 puts.
See what NVIDIA doing. I'm adding a little bit more NVIDIA, 137. Let's see if you can get a bounce from the VWAP. AMD, I think I'm going to get out of it. This is kind of weird. very weird price action on AMD. Market actually dropped.
Yeah, come on.
So I'm
Come on,
gonna
Tesla.
get out of AMD. Yes, AMD is a super weird price action. I'm all out of AMD. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. Going down, huh? He's going down. Yeah, NVIDIA, it looks like he wants to sell off too.
It's really not a great trade on Tesla either. I'm just seeing if it can we get another leg here. I don't have Bookmap
Stopped out on NVIDIA,
working.
guys, too. You got stopped out on NVIDIA. Yeah, everything is selling off right now. Yeti going down. Tesla.
Here we go. Here we go with Tesla or with NVIDIA with Tesla. We're going to go to $8. Come on, baby. There we go. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Tesla's super weak.
Yeah,
Should have
just
gone short.
oh, look at that! Wow, yeah. Here we go. Oh, it's into $9 now. I'm in these puts at 680. $10. Here we are. Whoa. Whew. Nice leg lower on Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla is just super weak. Wow, I was waiting to get an entry on Tesla, but didn't. So I have 2 losses on the AMD and NVIDIA. Let's see if NVIDIA wants to go back up or not. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla might go to 370. Rigetti is gonna go also red. What about you? Nothing, net, nothing. Yeah, Qs are gonna go red.
Yeah, Qs are right at previous day close now. All right, I'm gonna sell some of these. Tesla's getting really extended. Some more 1060. Oh, what a nice move on that! Nice drop on Tesla. Wow. Oh, it's gone to 12 now. We're at $12 on these puts.
Wow. Ready put for tomorrow?
Sure. I don't know what 480, like a what? 400 put?
380 you said, huh?
Oh, 380. Yeah. Oh, we're at 375 now. Are you talking about selling puts or selling calls?
No, I was thinking of what did you take to short? You bought the 380 puts, yes?
Yes.
Amazing trade, Lenny. Amazing trade. I missed it. I don't know how I missed it. I always trade Tesla early. I don't know why I missed this. If you can short it and just pull back. If it goes to 380, I'll short it there.
Oh, that was a nice bounce on Tesla.
Yeah, I know AMD is also dropped really bad.
So I'm pretty much I'm out of my put position, so because it just got so extended on that drop. We'll see what it does
it's
here.
not closing as a doji, so
I don't think that I think it's got maybe getting a little initial short covering from that drop. I don't know that the sellers are done. Ooh, NVIDIA just rolled over again here too.
I'm going to short Tesla a little bit here at 381. Though this 5 minute is closing like a doji, that's not good. My stop loss would be 384.
such a nice move on that one. Put.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was
Q's
amazing.
have gone red.
380 puts a really good one.
Yeah.
So this five, the problem here is the 5 minute is really becoming like a doji, but this pullback, if I give it $2 stop loss, then I have a good risk to reward. So let's see, stopping out or not. This looks like more like a very strong pullback. So we don't want that. We usually want a small pullback, but let's see. 5 minute closes as a doji is not good. It's that sellers are exhausted. SPY is going to go red. AMD is going to, NVIDIA is going to go red too. Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
AMD went red. Yeah, Tesla is now making new 5 minute high. That's not good. It's definitely not good. Should I get stopped out? Yeah, this looks like really bouncing back to the VWAP. Price action. So yeah, all right, I'm getting out of it. So see 5 minutes. So 5 minute, guys, look at my chart. The 5 minute, this one closes as a doji, which is usually a bullish sign. And now I'm making higher high and higher low. So on 5 minutes, so it means that the trend has changed. Usually when you want the pullbacks are a little bit smaller and then they're going lower. But nice, Sean. Sean, $886 on Tesla. Nice short. Slow and steady.
Yeah, RGT. Yeah, what's RGT doing? Oh, it's ripping back here.
Up to one. Nice. I'm going to get a long on RGTI at 1595. Let's see if it can go to VWAP.
Wow.
Making
Doing
an
a really
engulfing.
pop back up.
So long RGTI, it's a potential engulfing between 935 and 940. See if it can goes above the VWAP. Tesla looks like it doesn't want to go down. NVIDIA might go red. Oh, there you go. There you go, RGTI,
NVIDIA
guys.
still weak.
Yeah. If RGTI closes above the VWAP. Yeah, Tesla is going to go to VWAP. Nice. Good for him. Good for him. Mara, what's happening with Mara? Is Mara should be strong, huh? The Bitcoins are, yeah, Mara is also going up nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tesla is back at the VWAP. Nice.
Just bounced back.
Yeah,
Tesla might
let's see if
be
you can
back to
actually get the
390.
VWAP. Yeah, Tesla is, it's crazy. That squeeze was crazy. Let's see if RGTI survives the VWAP or not. Tesla is super bullish right now. There's no sign of weakness on Tesla to go short. If anything, might be a good long if you close above the VWAP. There's always people buying Elon Musk.
Yeah.
There is
Coming back.
always believer.
Yeah. So this is an interesting location on Tesla. Could be a rejection at the VWAP here.
Would you short there, Brian?
Yeah, I am. I just shorted a small number of 380 puts again.
So I'm gonna get a stop down on DJT. RGT. Fuck yeah, loss for me today. Everything was a loss for me today.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe cover some of those.
It's coming back up. NVDA also didn't go to the previous day close. It's coming up.
Come on. Tesla's bouncing off this 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. But here we go through $6 again. Here we go.
I'm gonna get a long on AMD. 121.92.
Here we go. Here we go. 650. It's covered some.
Yeah, I'm long AMD, guys. At the VWAP.
See what it does. See what Tesla does here. If it starts to hold here, then I'm going to get out of the rest of these. Okay, I'm out of the rest of them. The puts, I'm not no position. That was that was a bit of a 920 trade on Tesla. It was a 20 moving average on my DOS chart, and looked like on Bookmap it was the VWAP. Seemed to be a bit of a discrepancy between the two. But anyway, it's going back up, or it's trying anyway. Ooh, look at that! Chopped right at the VWAP again.
I'm long AMD now. I added a little bit more, like AMD. Like it looks like an engulfing. So this one that we were seeing, his AMD is like, it looks like an engulfing. See if you can actually go back to the high of the day. SPY is bouncing back, user bouncing back. NVDA is also bouncing back. Never really touched the VWAP. This though was a great short at the open. Like, a lot of people took it. It was a great short at the open.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's always good to trade something that's on news. Trade that's moving on news, and that was a big move on the news there.
Come on, AMD, you can bounce back. NVDA, let's see what NVDA is up to.
And Tesla's still struggling. You can't tell where Tesla's going to go now.
Level. You popped up very nice. Unity software. That was a very nice. I really like these squeezes at 942 on U. Do you see that? Really like these squeezes. Like with volume, you squeeze above the VWAP, and then usually you continue. It's Unity software. This one has also news, I think, Unity software.
Maybe,
wow, that's great. That's what it usually look like. Yeah.
NVIDIA's trying to get above the VWAP here. Some seller right there. No position for me now. Oh, NVIDIA maybe looks interesting.
NVIDIA, I'm long NVIDIA. I'm back longer NVIDIA. Let's see at 135.60.
Shit. You know what I meant? I meant Tesla. Tesla is trying to get through the VWAP here. Yeah, NVIDIA looks good. Ooh, Lunar's taken off here.
So again, guys, the 5 minute usually tells you a lot of information about the power of buyers and sellers. So here, for example, in NVIDIA, you had this engulfing, obviously. But after this candlestick at 940 started making higher high and higher low, now this turned out to be like a very bullish pattern. So potentially can go to the VWAP. Same as Tesla. Obviously, Tesla was super short for 10 minutes, and then this candlestick closes as a doji, and then now it's making higher high and higher low and higher high and higher low for 15 minutes. This is a very bullish pattern. Even though the stock had a really bad news, but now pattern on the 5 minute is really bullish. And, that's why Brian and I shorted twice, and both of them, they got stopped out. So really shouldn't have I really shouldn't have shorting it when you actually have this doji on the 5 minute. This doji is telling you that the really sellers didn't have enough power to keep it lower. All right, so NVIDIA is going up and AMD. I'm long both NVIDIA and AMD, guys.
Yeah, Tesla and NVIDIA is looking good,
I'm adding also in NVIDIA.
Had a nice bounce back AMD on those SPY and Qs.
Yeah. AMD on the high of the day, 122.74. Losses back. Start partialing here a little bit. GTI is coming back too. But partial some AMD. Let's see what Tesla is doing. AMD is driving us crazy. First day of trading, guys. What are you guys trading? Melania, what are you trading? Jonathan? Microsoft. I'm STR. You're trading STR. It's coming too. NVIDIA is trying to close above the VWAP.
Yeah, that's good. Like that.
Well, NVIDIA pop a little bit higher, guys. NVIDIA 137, Brian. Do you think we can get it? Yeah, SPY is coming up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks promising. Let's see what NVIDIA looks like. There's a big order at 137, 137.50.
If it closes above the VWAP, we might continue higher. I'm also back in Rigetti at 1580. Let's see if this time wants to pop up above the VWAP. Rigetti 1519. So I have three position, guys, in AMD, NVIDIA, and Rigetti. Let's see what AMD doing. The AMD is going to go for the break of high of the day. Let's see. Oh, shit.
Yeah, wow, Lunar is taking off here. And AMD
guys, Rigetti from
well.
1580.
AMD's coming back to where we lost, where we failed before.
Yeah.
So
yeah. NVIDIA is also popping higher. Let's see if we can get to 137. You guys are in U. 137. Oh, there you go. NVIDIA. I'm going to start partialing NVIDIA. I have a big size in NVIDIA. Get the losses back slowly. Still holding an AMD. Where is AMD? What's AMD doing? AMD selling at high of the day.
Yeah, 122.50. Here we go. We ate through that 137 on NVIDIA. There's a 137.50 order there. So I can't share my screen. I don't know why my other monitor isn't working.
started the new year with tech problems. So
Yeah.
the rest of the year, you're going to have tech problems.
It's always
So AMD is going to
you try to think of everything. You think you've thought of everything, but no. I'm going to have to set up vMix on that other computer when after we're finished here. Wow, Lunar, what the hell?
Lunar, is it a new company?
It's an AI company probably.
Rigetti is popping up, guys, and partialing on Rigetti. Freaking getting out of it, even with a loss, is okay. Rigetti. I'm getting out of Rigetti, guys, most of my positions. 1620. Oh, AMD popped up. I'm getting out of completely Rigetti, guys. I'm all out of Rigetti. This is a garbage price action.
Yeah.
So I'm all focused on AMD and NVIDIA. Oh, there you go. AMD is going to go for the break of high today. There you go. 2780. Partialing out here. NVIDIA is going to go for the break of high today too. NVIDIA super strong. I'm adding down NVIDIA. Yeah. NVIDIA is super strong. It's going to go to 138, I think.
Lunar's just ripping.
Lunar? What is Lunar?
I don't know. Just
Lunar. Shit. Yeah. This is.
I had it on my skin. For some reason, I had it on my list of things to watch here. Intuitive Machines.
Lunar
It's
made
not a low float.
that module that fell over on the moon.
Fell over, you mean crashed on the moon, or actually it successfully landed?
No, it landed, but then fell over.
As in I've fallen and I can't get up.
Exactly like
that.
that.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So what did they do?
That's
poor guy. They wanted
yeah.
to
They'll have to send somebody to
flip it over.
Flip it over, yeah. And rescue those astronauts at the same time that have been stuck orbiting the Earth.
If NVIDIA can break the high of the day of 138, I'm pretty good on that front. What is AMD doing? This piece of garbage, Rigetti, never ever mentioned it in this chat room. Oh, all right. AMD break of high of the day, 123. I'm getting out more on it. Yeah, now I'm back positive. Except this freaking Tesla. All right, so 123 on aiming it. Get out. Yes. Guys, one thing that now market is a little bit slower. All of my books are for free in Amazon. I'm just putting the links here. If you guys want to download, all of my books are for free for another 2 days. So all three of them.
Those are the Kindle books.
Yeah, Kindle books are free. Unfortunately, you can't have paperbacks are for free. So there are 3 books.
Well, that would be expensive.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the content printing on Amazon. So you guys, welcome to download. And if you haven't downloaded the Kindle version, so there are 3 books: the psychology one, the advanced one, and the how to day trade for a living one. So free on on Amazon, all three. The book is coming soon. The other one's coming soon for sure. So yeah, if anyone, and I also appreciate an honest review, guys, on my book. I need a little bit of a review to get to 18,000 review on Amazon. That would be super cool if you can do that. I really, really appreciate that.
There's 20 on Lunar. 20 on Lunar.
Right, so market is reaping. SPY went down 1% and back up. NVIDIA is going to go for the break of 5 today, guys. Here it is. Let's see, 138. We're getting an NVIDIA. Tesla is struggling. Tesla might be a short, but it's a little bit tricky to short Tesla. No, all three books, Daniel. All three books are free. So we're actually putting all these three links here. So there are three links. You can actually go and see all of them for free for Kindle. I'm actually putting all the links here again. It's a good starting point for people who have not read my book. It's a really good basic, very basic, good understanding of how day trading works. What are the things that you should actually look at day trading? And then in the last book that we plan to have is about how to actually get all this knowledge and build a system for yourself. I think these are the links, unless I make a mistake. This is the first one. This is the second one. And tell me this is the last one. Yes, correct.
Tesla looks a little weak here.
Let's see if NVIDIA is going to build to 138. My average on NVIDIA is 136. I'm adding a little bit more on NVIDIA here. Let's see if actually this one can pop higher. Yeah, so of my Amazon guys, yes. Well, let's see, guys. NVIDIA is going to go or not. I'm short Tesla at 380 to 18, but I don't really believe in that short, so don't hold it against me.
Yeah, I'm just back in. I'm back in some puts again, 380 puts.
All right, let's see if NVIDIA goes to break of 5 today. I'll be a rich man.
Man, and Lunar is just on at 2040 now. They should have more failed missions.
What is it? Do they get a new contract or something? That's why they're going up?
I don't know. I have no idea.
NVIDIA 138. Tesla's going down. Let's see if Tesla can.
Yeah, it's nice. Keep going. Tesla. Keep dropping. Yeah, I'm not 100% convicted on this trade. It's Tesla. There's there's a support level here around
Yeah,
this
it's very difficult to
385
short.
level.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see if NVIDIA break of high of the day, 138. I'm in a heavy size and NVIDIA is going to go. Its last trade turned out to be super nice. So let's see. AMD is kind of struggling at 123. Oh, there you go. NVIDIA is going to go up, guys. Are you in this with me? Anybody on NVIDIA? Break of high of the day, 138. Samid, let's go. I'm partialing out a little bit, chicken out. But 138, I think we're going to get to. There's also this level. What is this level coming from? From yesterday high. Yesterday high. Go for it. Oh, there you go. Huge ask on 138. Got filled quickly. Let's see. I'm partialing on 130. I made really good money on NVIDIA. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got out of that Tesla short. Didn't look that promising.
So this is my trade, guys, on NVIDIA, as you see. So went long above the VWAP I added. Even though I partial, I quickly added back because I saw that the price action is super bullish. So you can see my screen, the ones that are in the chat room, and then, getting out like I'm more than 50% out. SPY is also strong, so it kind of goes with the market.
SPY's come ripping back here.
Yeah, Tesla is, I'm going to get back out of my short too. Tesla is, seems that is strong.
Well, just there was some support there at 385. That was kind of a low in the pre-market. Now it looks like it's...
Oh, look at NVIDIA. Oh, my God. That is amazing.
Yeah. And now Tesla's going to fill some orders there at 390. Still some orders to the downside here on Tesla. But definitely the trend is more to the upside. That pullback was a higher low. You're going to get a rejection of NVIDIA at this 138 level. This was Tuesday's high.
All right, guys. Happy New Year, everybody. So NVIDIA was a very nice trade. AMD, AMD is popping up. So yeah, let's see where we get with these two guys. Tesla is bouncing back. Huh? You can't keep a good, strong stock down.
That's right. Although I think we're kind of we're looking a little exhausted on the buying here, at least in terms of the SPY and the Qs. Overall market. Hey, your buddy. I shouldn't say that word. The stock that should never be mentioned is that high of day.
What's GTI doing? Rigetti. It eventually popped up. Nothing, Mr. Rigetti. Nothing but a bastard.
Yeah, that's not an easy stock to trade.
No, it was really bad. Like this volume that popped up was nice at 1614, but damn it.
All right. Well, no positions for me right now. Just kind of watching things here at this point. Getting some
I still have the
pullbacks.
NVIDIA and AMD.
Nvidia's
You-
pulling back now after it got to Tuesday's high there.
I'm looking for is the Teddy. So this is a good question. Teddy's asking a question. So you can see my screen. So what are you planning to do? So I already had some heavy ads all the way up to the 138. So this is my trade that you're seeing in the chat room, guys. So that was my first ad, and then that was my second ad, and then that was third and fourth ad. So I had already a very big position. My average is at 136.18. So my average is kind of around here. So I have two options. The option is I either be patient and just have a really good stop loss and see how far this one is going to go up. Or the option is to add very heavy again here in this pullback, bring my average much higher, but partial faster if it pops up. There are two different approaches. Like again, if you want to be super aggressive, you can add very heavy here and then bring your average to back to around like 137.20. And then by the break of high of the day, you can start partialing. But now that I have a smaller share size, I have to be a little bit more patient because I also have more room. It depends on the day. If the day is one of those days that trending, NVIDIA might continue going higher for a few more percent per day. If you look at the daily chart, like right now, if you break this level from yesterday, we might actually go all the way up to 140. But it looks like it's struggling right now in that level. And I think it kind of follows the market in a way. So check out like an NVIDIA and a SPY chart. Do you see that? Like this drop and then this bounce completely. So it looks like they're kind of following each other's pattern. Do you see the similarity on my chart? The bigger. So see this drop and then this bounce and then this drop, same as the SPY. Probably Qs as well. Because now these Qs are so weighted. Qs and SPY, they're also heavily weighted in these FANG stocks, that their pattern often is very, very similar. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to add. I might actually, in the next pop, I start partialing out. Yeah, Eshkam, you can't see my screen with entries and exits in YouTube. Only in the chat room you can actually see that. Guys, remember in YouTube you can guys join us for free for just $1, and you get access to all of our 19 strategies that we have. So you can actually go through all of those. And my books all 3 books are free today. Make sure to grab your copy. And again, I really, really appreciate if you can write a review, because right now the number of the reviews are 17,916. And I really, really appreciate your honest opinion on that. It doesn't have to be 5-star. It can be even 1 star if your honest opinion is in there, because I like that. And Amazon likes that too. Amazon likes the books that have, more reviews. Thanks, Nadim. I appreciate that. I know. I mean, I personally rarely wrote any online review, but if someone, helped me in one way and asked me, I will do that. So the bootcamp, Mohammed, starts next week. So the way that the bootcamp works is it's all online. So we have live trading sessions, and then we have the mentorship sessions in the afternoon at the market closes. And obviously, the more that you're available to trade, the more data sample that you have to build for a trade book. All the sessions are recorded, so you can always watch them. But you got to be available to trade live to build the trade book, to actually use the the knowledge that is provided to you. It's again like a gym membership. Like January 1st, everybody's new resolution. If you sign up for a gym membership, but you don't just show up once a month, you don't get any result. The whole point of bootcamp is the accountability to bring you in. Like I have a private trainer, and I've been training with him for 6 years for just the upper body, 3 times a week sometimes. And he's just giving me one set all the time, one for back and shoulder, one for arm and chest, and it's always the same. And he charges me like $75 a session, but I was telling him that I'm paying this because I'm lazy. Because I'm paying this, if I don't show up, you're going to charge me for that, and it's just accountability. Because I can do that myself in a better gym, and it's a shitty gym. It's like underground, like no, there's no cute girls or nothing. It's just garbage gym. But I can go to Equinix with all the beautiful girls around me. But I know I'm not gonna do that. That $75 is the accountability that is pushing me. Same as the bootcamp. If you want to get something out of it, you got to put the effort on it too, because there's so much only Peter and Mike and Carlos and John and Lenny and Pierre. There's only so much they can do for you, but you gotta absorb the material.
Yeah,
and ask from the people who were in the chat room. I think the best way is just ask in the chat room. So a lot of people in the chat room have taken the bootcamp and see if they got anything out of it or not, or if they recommend it or not, or things. I don't know. Has anyone took the bootcamp? Any feedback for the people who are considering it? Because the best way is just don't take it from us.
Nice. I must have more discipline than you.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I must have more discipline than you. I go to the gym and do the same thing over and over, but I don't need a trainer. Maybe you should come and work out with me.
What motivates you? I know the beautiful girls motivate you to just go flirt with them, huh?
Yeah. No, that's the yoga studio.
Oh, the yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. No, but something has to drive you. Like, something likes to really drive you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just results. You look in the mirror or whatever, and you just see, you're still in good shape. So, and you know why, because you have to stay active.
Yeah, Tesla's dropping. Tesla is losing the VWAP 386.
Yeah. It's interesting. Apple started out the day in the red, and it stayed there. It's kind of interesting. It's Apple and Tesla.
So Jordan, we do have actually a video. We do have a video of testimonial of the people. Let me actually share the playlist with you. So we asked some of the people to do a review for us. I'm actually putting it for 1 or 2 minutes of their. Abiel, do you have the playlist? Anyone has the playlist of the P Capital? I think there's a playlist of some of the people who had asked people like you to record the video for us. All the members, you know them probably, some of them. If someone, if Abiel can find it, send it to me. I'll share it here. I know we had it somewhere. So yeah, again, don't take my word. Have a little bit of level of skepticism and do your research if you want to do it, because it's a lot of money. Like it's $3,000 is $2,900 is some money. So you wouldn't want to just write the credit card, drop the credit card just that easily. Make sure that.
But you get a lot of value from that, though, all the mentoring. Because if you paid someone to mentor you, 10 hours of mentoring, that would be equivalent, 10 or 15 hours, depending on how much a mentor would charge you. Wow, look at this. SPY and Qs are losing it here. Back down to the VWAP.
Yeah, that's the playlist, I think.
Wow. AMD. Look at Tesla and AMD. Wow.
Yeah, Tesla. So AMD, I'm going to get stopped out. Tata Experience is saying that. I'm going to get out of AMD. Tesla, I'm a little bit short. It's going down, so that's good. So I shorted Tesla finally at 386. Let's see if Tesla can go. It's completely rolling over. So I'm adding a little bit more in short on Tesla, 382. This dollar is getting stronger again.
TLT is up a little bit today, which means the bonds prices are up, yields are down a bit. But really, we've been in a real uptrend on the longer term bond yields. We're at a level where we should see some support around 4.5, 4.6 in terms of yield. There's some
Let's see if
resistance, I
Tesla
should
can go back to the low of the day.
Yeah.
Nice. Tesla is going down very nicely, guys. Yeah, market completely rolling over. I think I'm going to get out of my NVDA at the getting stopped out. So, Teddy, you were asking about adding on NVDA. And do you see why I didn't add on NVDA? Because it was kind of extended, and I wanted to have a stop loss further. And um,
NVIDIA may see if it can bounce here. Just going to depend on the Qs and the SPY here. But NVIDIA is right at the VWAP. Wow, there's a big order at Tesla. Big order at 380. It's probably going there. There you go.
yeah, I'm partialing on the 380, guys. I'm very short. Yes, the market is going to go red. What a volatility in the market, man.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
$1
Crazy,
going up and down.
It just, I mentioned when it was kind of when the Qs are at 516 and we were right at Tuesday's high on the SPY, it did look like it was getting tired in terms of the buying. And we kind of started throwing some wiki dojis here. Wow. Again, this isn't going to be. This is a week where the volume is fairly light, so there's markets tend to move around more when there isn't the volume's lighter.
So
Okay,
the question is,
just
Andrew,
trying
how
to.
do you measure Go ahead. Sorry, Brian. Go
Trying
ahead.
to, yeah, I was just saying, I'm just trying a bit of a long there on NVIDIA right at the VWAP for this VWAP bounce.
So Brian is long. I'm still long on NVDA too. My average on NVDA is 136.20, so a little bit below the VWAP. So how do I measure the extended? So the extended, no, I'm not looking at the RSI. RSI is pretty good for the daily chart for finding swing trading situation. What I'm looking for is mostly is the VWAP, volume weighted average price. So when you're, for example, trading about in this range with this much, this see my screen with this much above the VWAP.
Just selling.
So that's kind
Selling
of
some.
to me.
Yeah.
Nice trade
So I
on
didn't.
NVIDIA.
Yeah. 137.10. Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to let.
Yeah. So some people, if you don't use VWAP, which I think everybody should use VWAP, but if your system doesn't require the VWAP, so you have to always look at your entry criteria, entry point, and then you see where the price is compared to your entry point. If your entry point is, for example, low of the day and you're at the high of the day, means that you're very extended from the entry criteria. So that's why in Peak Capital, we help you to build a system. And the system is not only a strategy, system is really detailed criteria for entry, exit, and stop loss. So again, you have to define for yourself what is extended for you. Some people like Thor, for example, at this time might actually start entering the position because they have a different system. Paris usually really add in these pullbacks very well because he has a different system and he defined all of these criteria for himself in his system.
Just selling some more.
Nice,
137.40.
yeah, nice bounce on NVIDIA, Brian.
Yeah,
Finally,
it was
a good
right
trade
off the.
from him.
You just got to wait for your setups. Patience. Ooh, look at. Dare I say the word Rigetti? It's at 17 now. I could say spaghetti. Yep, exactly. Rigetti, spaghetti. Rigatoni. Okay, and that was maybe that was the bounce there on NVIDIA. I'll stop out if we lose 137. I'm kind of I have serious doubts we're going to get back to 138, which is sort of high of day here. I think we're going to go roll over again. Honestly, here we go. So I stopped out of the rest.
Very good trade. Let's see what the Tesla is doing. I'm still short Tesla. Let's see if we can go to the low of the day.
Yeah, Tesla's go. There's an order there. It just filled at 380 again. Oh, no, that was NVIDIA at 136. So you have to be careful with these bounces because quite often they are just sort of little mini rallies, and that's why you take partials on the way back up, especially when you're in an established downtrend, which we seem to be right now on NVIDIA. Wow.
Here's my Right, so Tesla looks like it wants to go back to the low of the day. I'm short in there. As a matter of fact, I might make all the losses back on it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's looking like a low of day again.
After New Year, you say Happy New Year to people. What's the rule of thumb? Like today, I can say to people Happy New Year, but next week, should I still, when I see someone as a new, should I say Happy New Year, or it's just stupid? Is there any rule of thumb?
Yes, you should.
What is it?
As if it's someone you haven't seen the since the new year, you can say Happy New Year. I think it would be getting a little old after about a week or two, but I think that's a pretty decent rule of thumb. If you haven't seen someone, you can say Happy New Year.
Yeah, but I did. Yeah, there was one Seinfeld episode too. There was one also this. There was another one that.
Yeah.
Is that How I Met Your Mother? Or there was another one. I was laughing, joking about it. Like,
Wow.
because I'm
Spies
going to see a lot of
nowhere.
members into Vancouver TEDx. So should I say Happy New Year to them or not?
Sure, you can say that if you haven't seen them, haven't talked to them. But March is a little late. Wow.
Happy New Year,
SPY
guys.
is heading back to low of day here. I took a quick short on SPX. I stole that trade from Sean, or one of our other moderators.
Sean is also a very good trader. Sean Ray has been a very good trader.
I'm trading SPX options, which can be pretty expensive, and you better have the direction right on them because they move a lot. He usually trades these later in the day, but these options were they were like $16. So I only trade a small number of them. Oh, wow. Okay, we're bouncing back. Tesla retested that low of day and is bouncing back now.
It didn't really got there yet, but
no.
Tesla, what did you trade on Tesla? Yeah, I got the last trade with you. So Paris did a really nice trade. Let's review Paris trade on Tesla. This was very clear trading as well. So let's review Paris. Paris is using this dark background, so I have to use yellow to talk about these trades. So Paris shorted right at the open. This is very nice. And then Paris usually adds in these very nice pullbacks in the moving averages. This one is also not cool. Let's do this. So that was his trade, but eventually gets stopped out at the break-even. So that's his break-even. And then he shorted again, went down, covered some, pulled back, added more, and then he got stopped out. And then he short back again above the VWAP 388. And Paris does two VWAP in his chart, volume weighted average price. There's one, the yellow one, and then there's another one that is orange. The orange is the VWAP without pre-market, post-market, and the yellow one is with pre-market and post-market. And sometimes there's a divergence between these two when there is some really huge price action happens on the stock. Usually they're very equal because there's not a lot of volume in the pre-market, but sometimes when like Tesla at 9 o'clock, there's huge volume and huge activity comes, there is some deviation between that. For some people who try to don't know which one they use, you can ask that it's both of them too. But I use only one, pre and post market. So it's great trading, Paris. very, very nice trading Paris.
Yeah.
And Paris trades based on order flow. So if you want to learn from Paris, I mean, his course on Trading Terminal is a pretty good course, and as a lot of our traders have taken it, and also comes with a 1 year of membership in his small group and everything. Paris
He
is
has a
also a
small
party
group.
animal. This is a very
He
party
is.
animal. If you come to Vancouver, stay away from Paris because you end up probably in hospital. Whenever you see Paris, just go the other way.
Hmm. No, we like Paris. Paris is fun to party with, as we found out in Colombia.
Okay, so let's see if Tesla is going to go. I'm still short on Tesla. Might actually add a little bit more here. My average is 384.50. I'm going to add a little bit more short on Tesla. See if we can get to low of the day.
I don't know. It's kind of, this is a dicey area here. It's like it's trying to hold here. The Qs and SPY are trying to hold here.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
Right
like Tesla
above
is also
yesterday's high. Yeah.
I'm still long on NVIDIA. Matter of fact, I'm going to add a little bit on NVIDIA here, 137.37. See if this time I want to go back up to the high of the day. Market volatility is just crazy.
I wonder if we should do an SPX call now.
I guess I'll be back in a second. Just taking a short break.
Yeah. Yeah, Tesla looks like it's trying to bounce here. There isn't a whole lot of orders on Tesla to the upside. There's a big order at I would call it 375, sitting there waiting to get filled. So it's possible we could see a drop there again. Doesn't always mean it's going to go there, but right now it kind of looks to me like it might be putting in a higher low here. So could be Tesla could actually be a long, not a short. On the 2-minute chart, there's that 9 EMA that it's trading below right now, and that's always for me that's a negative. At least if you're long, if you're bullish. Tried to get. Yeah, see, it's hard to say what it's going to do. I'd say it's more bullish than bearish, but since I don't really have a strong conviction either way, I'm not going to trade it. Yeah, it looks bullish. It's going to go back up to the VWAP here. It's going to try anyway. Yeah, look at the sellers came back.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back.
All right. Yeah, Tesla's just chopping along here. It's a good way to trade that, good way to lose money. What the heck?
AMD is completely going down. So Tesla, I'm still short on Tesla. My average on Tesla is 384.12.
Yeah.
Who's going to go red? SPY is going to go red too.
Yeah, it seems like it. I get it.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Guys, in the funded account, we have a trader 248.
Hmm.
He's done amazing. He's over $16,000 profit in 2 months. He's a great trader.
Wow, that is pretty. Yeah, that is good.
That is amazing. And please, trader 248, if you listen to me, please don't fuck it up. Please. Please do. Because we had another one. Let me John sent me another trader. John. Who is John? John sent me a really nice I want to show you a chart. This was one of our best trader. You see my screen, guys? This is one of our best traders. This is the equity curve of one of our best trader. It's amazing going there, and it was up like $16,000 or something, drop like that. And it happens a lot in our funded account. So that was trader 105. So this is very important, guys, that you maintaining. This is the main problem. This is actually I got asked Sean for this curve because I want to include it in my new book. That we teach you how to trade, but we are failing to teach you not to do this trap. Then you lose it. Like some 1 or 2 holiday, they're losing it. Like you just go into this mode of over trading, and then you're just blowing it up completely. So this is the equity curve of trader 105, and then. So we see we have a lot of good traders, like the equity curve of the other trader. Let me bring the other trader equity curve. Red trader 248. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, Tesla's still testing this low here. Nvidia's trying to get above this 9 EMA. It's kind of chopping around here between some moving averages and the VWAP. So again, it's kind of getting into this area where I'm not seeing anything that I'm really keen on trading. So wow, Tesla's still dropping here. It's going to go retest low. There is this big order 375 still. I suspect that's where we're going to go. If you're still short, I would stay with it. It's definitely heading there. There's even an order at 370. I don't know if we're going to get there, but
All right, guys, Andres is back. If you think Andres is dead, he's not. Oh man, I can't wait to Tesla break the door today.
How was your New Year's, by the way?
It was good. I told you I was in San Francisco, and
yeah, I know.
We went to a party. It was a very weird, creepy party, but it was fun.
It was creepy. Okay.
It was kind of everybody had costumes and everything, so it was really cute. And yeah, I just flew over one day, and that's it.
You must have taken some of your Burning Man costumes.
Yeah, I did some Burning Man costumes. It was really fun.
Awesome.
Guys, so let's see if Tesla can go to the low of the day. I'm still long on NVIDIA, guys. If NVIDIA is holding the VWAP, might go back up. So it looks like it's really holding the VWAP. SPY just goes very close to the red. I mean, I was reading in Bloomberg that majority of the hedge funds and banks are really about stock market growth in this year. So we had a massive 25% run last year. So it's very important to, have your expectation that you're not going to get another 25% this year. So market might be in a very range bound for some good time until the new administration comes and the tax cuts is introduced, and the trade wars that gonna start, and see how that one falls. So a lot of uncertainty. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if SPY is gonna trade 6 months in between 580 to 610. That's just in that range. But definitely don't expect another 25% return on your growth. All right, NVIDIA is coming back up. It's nice, but I had a little bit more on NVIDIA here. Let's see if somebody asked about Amazon. Amazon is an engulfing, yes, on 5 minutes. But the problem with this engulfing is it's kind of late in the day. So I don't trust it as much. Like the engulfings are usually pretty good at the open. Like, for example, if this was an engulfing, for example, then this would have been a much. This is size of candlestick, or this one is an engulfing that is more reasonable. When it gets toward the end of the day, because the volume comes down and the choppiness goes up, it's a little bit difficult to trust this kind of engulfings. So I wouldn't take that trade only based on an engulfing. If there's anything else, then maybe yes, but not only based on that. So Tesla is still going down. I want Tesla low of the day. NVIDIA is going back up. So I'm short Tesla, I'm long NVIDIA, so we'll see.
Yeah, NVIDIA's coming back up here. It looks nice. Rigetti's coming back up. Rigetti's such a difficult stock to trade.
Disgusting. Yes, disgusting.
Bounced off the VWAP. That would have been a nice VWAP trade. I just didn't notice it, unfortunately.
It's just price action is horrible. Right, NVIDIA is going to go back up. NVIDIA was a very nice, clean bounce back.
Yeah.
Today I traded so many stocks, so many times, but it turned out to be a good day. Let's see if NVIDIA is going to break the high of the day. Oh, I wanted to show you something else. I wanted to show you the equity curve of our best funded account trader. Let's see. I think it was John posted that. Let me see. Trader number 248. That's our top trader, guys. This is our top trader. You see, guys, my screen? This is really impressive. Very, very, very impressive. He actually, as a matter of fact, didn't trade for 2 weeks. And then had a loss and it slowly came up. Amazing. He had a couple of really good days and then the loss and a couple of really good days. So each 3 line is a 1 week. So he didn't trade actually for the first 3 weeks. Wow.
Pretty
Really
good.
amazing. Yeah,
Yep.
very, very, very nice. Like this is the type of equity curve that I want to see for people. See, there are pullbacks, but the pullbacks are really you to control yourself. Very impressive. And then look at this guy, just boom, dropped, and that's it. He completely lost it. So there are this guy also really struggled. So this is also very interesting. Now you see the behavior of these ones. Like this one, this guy started, he was really inconsistent. He was getting it, and then suddenly look at this, boom, done. Now he's trying to hold it. So this is a very common pattern. A lot of people at the beginning, they don't know what they're doing. So very hard consistency. And then, if they lose it, they lose it. And then they try to get themselves out of the hole. But usually they lose the confidence. You get performance anxiety. The more experienced traders are trying to like this curve, like Mike Equity Curve, or it's usually like that. So this is actually pretty nice. So I'm really looking forward to this one to finish by the end of the month. That would be very nice. I'm actually super excited. I might actually bring him to Vancouver for free and give him a check again. See, I don't know who that person is actually. I have to look at the names. Yeah, so we review all of them daily, all of these, and this is a real good test of if you want to be a trader or if you should be a trader or not. A lot of time, this could be a good wake-up call for people that don't trade, because it's not going to get any better in your live account. It's going to get worse in terms of risk And if you want to trade options, then it's going to be definitely more dangerous, because now they have the problem of leverage.
Yeah, you can
So
lose
yeah,
a lot
that's
more money.
that is the link if you want to give it a try. It's very, I highly recommend that guys to take this seriously. And bootcamp that we start, similar situation. You're going to go through the mentorship, plus there is also this funded account included. So yes, Shannon. Yeah, good luck with that. See, Sahmid, for example, says that I blew up my first funded account on my second one now, and it's going better than first. That's great. Hopefully, now imagine if this was the real account for you. You blew out your family saving and everything. So I think it's much better to blow up on this with like $500. The cost is really $500 because half of it is going to the gas for platform, and then.
So where do you think Tesla's going?
See, by the way, so did you guys see the Peak Capital playlist of some past members? Did you see that? I might actually put in that. So if you want, there's a playlist of some past PCT members. So there are a bunch of the videos that we asked them to create, the ones that really. So Jordan, we give you a $50,000 account, full buying power. If you lose more than $12,000 on that, then you are disqualified from the profit taking. So for example, if you go to essentially $38,000 buying power, go below that, like $37,000, then you're disqualified for the payback. You can reset it, but we put this one here so you can actually have a good understanding of risk management and protecting the capital. Some people say, oh, why would you do that? I mean, this is fake money. Yes, it's fake money, but there must be a consequence for your sloppy trading. So you have to appreciate your capital. You have to sweat on every trade on this $50,000, even though it's a fake money, but you need to take it seriously because that's going to be your real capital.
Yeah. The game changes when you're trading with real capital.
Yeah, I mean, this is super important. Like real capital, they say that the long-term success in trading comes from protecting your capital. The protecting the capital is the most important because that's what you have for trading. That's the tool of your trading. You have to protect your capital, not just one or two trade you blow up. Mir is asking, why $50,000? Is it possible to increase it to 100,000? That doesn't matter, Mir. If you can't make money on a $50,000 account consistently, you cannot make consistently on a $100,000 account either. Go through the $50,000 once and see how much you make. And then if you really want $100,000, I'll give you $100,000. But prove to me that $50,000 actually is something that's reasonable for you. Because a lot of traders in our community, their usually accounts are between $25,000 to $50,000. Most of it, like my account is 8 million, but I don't think there's a lot of people have this much. Like even Brian's trading account, I don't think is that big.
No, no, definitely not. You don't need that much to make a decent living, or at least supplement your income. All right, guys, that is time, and we are going to sign off here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. So it was a great trading day. I might do a recap for today. I am short Tesla and I am long NVIDIA. Stephen is going to go break the high of the day or not. All the best, YouTube guys. And remember, guys, my books are free. Get my books for free on Amazon. And see you tomorrow. All the best, guys.
All right, cheers.